Hello Pin Oak parents, photography parents, yearbook parents, welcome to Open House. I am Miss Beckman, Autumn Beckman, and I teach photography and yearbook. My photography classes are part of visual arts, which is part of fine arts, which is part of the core curriculum in the Houston ISD. At Pin Oak, we offer beginning photography for 6th graders, beginning photography for 7th and 8th graders, and advanced photography for 7th and 8th graders. And then I also have one course of yearbook, which is for 7th and 8th graders. In our beginning photography classes, we learn the basics. We start with the art elements and principles, and then we'll start moving into things like composition and lighting and how to use the functions of your camera. We'll get into cameras in a minute, because it's a little different this year, just like everything else. We do things like light painting, we do nature photography, we do action photography, we explore several genres. And since it's all digital photography, we learn a lot of new digital skills throughout the process. We of course look at photographs throughout history and throughout different cultures. The biggest part of class is that we create our own photographs, and we also learn how to edit them. And at the end of every project, we critique each other's work in a thoughtful and respectful way. Let's talk about supplies for a second. When we're all on campus in a normal year, we have a camera for every student in each class. So we have one class set of cameras. For our digital learners right now who are learning from home, we're using whatever camera we can get our hands on. And these days that's pretty easy because most of us have a cell phone with a camera built in. Students who don't are often borrowing their parents' phones, or they're even using their laptop webcam to create photographs. I don't have any answers really yet about what school will look like once those of us who are coming back to campus will be there. I don't know if we'll be able to use the cameras in the classroom. I don't know if we'll be able to move around the classroom, go outside. I don't have answers yet. I suspect that the people who are learning from home are going to have the most freedom in taking photographs. I don't know if we'll be able to use the cameras at school because we then have to deal with wiping them down between classes. I don't know if we'll have all the wipes we need. I don't know much yet. And then there's editing software. While we're learning from home, there are lots of apps that you can download to use on your phone or a tablet, and some on the computers too, and we've been working with some of those. So we'll likely be using the same apps and programs for students who come back to school as well. As far as grading, all the assignments for my classes that are for a grade are listed on the hub each week. But for the actual grades, you want to check Power Connect. Teachers are entering grades through a program called Power School, but on your end, it's called Power Connect. And if you don't know how to access that yet, there should be instructions on the Pin Oak website. That's where you want to check for your grades. That's the most accurate information. And for my class, if you have a 0 in something, that means that the assignment is missing. And if your grade is anything less than 100 or a 90, that means it's incomplete and there's some part of it that's missing. So you'll want to go through and make all that work up before report cards so your grades are good. Yearbook is a whole other animal, so I won't get into too much detail about that, but I will say every yearbook student is responsible every week for collecting some kind of information that we can put into the book. The book's going to be very different this year than it usually is. Your student can explain that to you because we've already discussed it. We are well into the process of designing the book, and now we are going to start building the pages. Though it will be very different from what we usually do, I'm excited about it because we're doing something totally new, and I think that it'll be fantastic. I know you guys have a really hard job out there. A lot of you are balancing your employment with helping your kids at home with their schoolwork, and it's a lot of work. So thank you very much. It is not lost on us teachers that you guys are doing so much with helping your kids and also helping us, and we do appreciate it. And I'm just going to throw in a little yearbook pitch. If anything at all slightly interesting comes up with your Pin Oak student, please consider contacting me so that we might consider putting that into the yearbook. And think way outside the box here. We're not doing just school-related stuff this year. It's like anything interesting. If your kid breaks their leg, if they win some award, if they're published, if they write a funny joke, it can be little, it can be big, it doesn't matter. If it's mildly interesting, I want that information for the yearbook. And we need pictures. Please take pictures and encourage your students' other Pin Oak friends to take pictures and send them in as well, please. And my email, if you need to reach out to me, is abeckman@houstonisd.org. That's ABECKMAN at houstonisd.org. I'm really enjoying having your students in my virtual classes right now, and I hope you have a fantastic night. Bye, guys.